Assignment, top 180. So what I have to do is, naka-straight ako ng ganito, tapos hop 45 degrees, and then top 180 out. Pag ganun. That's the goal. The problem is, I'm using a pure bike. So this is a pure competition trials bike, and it's so much difficult to do those moves na i-swing ang bike around kasi mahaba yung stem. And dahil mahaba ang stem, medyo yung handling niya for whipping the frame pag ganito or pag ganun sa kabila is so much difficult than a street trials bike or a BMX. Now on a BMX, I can do 180, pero ang 180 ko is yung double tire. Pero on a pure trials bike, I can't do that. Let me try. Try lang. Static. Masyadong mahaba eh. Hindi umaabot. Nasa mga 80 degrees lang. Try nga ulit. 45, 50, mga 65 degrees lang. 90. 45 ganon, 90 pala. Now, ang problema is, pag mag 180, dapat naka rear wheel. So, dapat naka rear wheel na. I can only do the double tire, pati sa BMX. So, this is all new to me, and I'm hoping to learn this today, this morning, kasi may konting basics na ako, pero I'm really not sure. I think next time pa ito makukuha, but I'll try. So first things first, ano ang basic tricks ng 180? On a pure trials bike, it should be ang surge. Ang surge is where nakaganto ka, one kick lang to rear wheel. Ayun. Okay, now I know that I have to do one kick at the same time nakaganon na pa 90 degrees ang frame. One kick pag ganon. So that's the first step sa top 180. Madali lang ang surge, pero yung pag 90 degrees ang mahirap. Surge ganon. Tapos dapat spontaneous na naka 90 na siya pag ganon. Hangak na. Ito dapat palagi na sa isip. Every try should count kasi wala akong stamina. Dapat naka pull konti pa left before ako mag-surge. And that's the most difficult part. Try natin. Isa pa. Okay. The problem is, nagdadalawang isip ako if mag-surge ba or mag 90 degrees na ganun. So, nafo-focus ako more on sa 90. Kasi hindi pa nakakaakyat. Nakaganon ang katawan ko dito sa kabila. Pero hindi pa nakaakyat yung front wheel. Skip ko siguro muna yun. Try ko muna yung steps where medyo kaya ko na. Yung 180 out. So let's just say, alam ko na paano mag-surge na naka 90 degrees pa ganon. Next step would be yung pag back hop at saka 180 patalikod. So try natin mag back hop. So ganito, and then back hop pa ganun. So pag back hop ng pa ganun, dapat sabayan ko siya ng paikot pa 180 or at least 90 man lang, and then nakaw na yung rest na, yung the other 90 nakaw na siya pa ganun. So mag back hop ganun 90 degrees, and then while nakatouch yung tire sa ground, nakaw na yun pa ganun yung other 90. Back hop. Okay, kaya ko konti. So back hop and turn. Okay, kaya ko mag turn 90. Halos wala ng back hop. That makes it so much difficult. Let's try some more. Mahirap mag-whip ng frame while naka rear wheel hop na. Kasi wala nang leverage para i-swing yung bike. Okay, back hop. Okay, that was so much more than 130 degrees na. If nasa obstacle ako nun, I would have a little bit more time na mag-ikot kasi pababa na ng obstacle eh. Kahit mga 6 inches lang na obstacle. So pwede nang nakaw yung other 90 degrees. I didn't think na mas easier yung 180 sa last part. Ang pinakamahirap pala is yung first 90 degrees na top. Oh, 90 degrees. Okay. There comes a point na madali siyang i-twist yung bike. Madali siyang i-pivot pa left. Ganun. So on a pure trials bike, mas madali siyang ikutin pag mas vertical yung bike versus yung nakaganon, parang street. Kasi ang dimension ng pure trials bike is iba from the street. Ayun, parang medyo sure ako na pag paatras yun, mukhang mga 180 na yun. Siguro it would help if alam ko yung trick na yun, yung parang back wheel pivot lang na mag-endo tapos 180 pa ganun. I really think that trick would help, but di ko kaya yun. Isa pa, ang resistance ng tire is grabe. My body weight is 72 kilos and PSI ng tire ko is 24. So pag nag-try ako mag-pivot, kumakapit yung tire sa pavement, super kapit. So nahihirapan siya mag-twist more. If higher PSI to and smoother tires, hindi, not like tires like this, it will be so much better sa pag-ikot pa ganun. But for now, I just have to work with this one kasi I wanna get this trick without having to switch tires or switch ng kahit anong setup. So just need to make do with what we got. I'll just try to think na may ledge dito. Ito yung ledge. I'm gonna have to do 90 degrees pa ganon, tap, and then 180 papunta doon banda. Step by step, surge na lang muna. Surge, and then pivot, and then back hop, 180 out. So you know, step by step. No, dapat spontaneous siya. Ang first 90 talaga pinakamahirap dahil sa pure trials na setup. Chamba ah. Oh, ayun. Nakuha. Kailangan ko lang mag-lean back more. Lean back pa. Mali. Lean back and dapat pitik. Paano ko ginawa yun, ha? How did I do that? Grabing awkward. Mali. How did I do that? Nakastop ba ako nun? Okay, the beautiful thing about taking a video of yourself while nagbabike is pwede mong balikan kung paano mo ginawa. I'm gonna check it out. Okay. Alright. So, ultra slow lang speed. Mali! How about sa stopping na lang talaga? Na nakastop, nakastatic. Let's go. Ayun. Medyo nakuha. Dapat ma-wheel hop ko. Just too much. Ang hirap i-steer. Ang hirap i-start nung konting ganun. If shorter ang stem, nandito lang yung stem at mas taas ang bars, would be so much easier na liko yung bike tapos i-up to rear mo kesa sa mahaba. Kasi pag mahaba yung stem, ang steering mo is hindi na ganun eh. Steering mo ay kasali na katawan, gumaganon. So kasali katawan. That's what makes it so difficult. No excuses. I have to find a way na makuha ang first 90 tap. Oh. Okay, that was better. Kulang lang ng pool patalikod. Baba. First chamba na medyo malapit. I really have to be super quick sa pag ganun. Kasi pag nagbabike, feeling natin mabilis na yung kilos natin. Pero pag tingnan mo sa video, ang bagal. And then ganun. Try ko naman ibang angle. Narito ang ledge. Kailangan ko mag 90 degrees top. And then try ko 180 pababa. Full body exercise. Dapat from this position, hila konti. So may leverage konti pag galing dito, tapos pull pag ganun. Mali. Yung katawan lang umikot eh, ang bike hindi. Mali. Baba. Hirap ng first 90. Let's go. First 90 top, pinakamahirap. Tama yun ah. First 90 top. Okay, so I realized na wala dito yung aking weight. Nasa atras konti, nasa likod. So mas madaling ma-whip pag nasa likod yung weight, yung pag-start, compared sa surge na more on nasa gitna or pa front konti yung weight. Dapat medyo atras lang konti. It's either nasa gitna na part ang weight or nasa likod konti para sa first 90 top. Okay. I'm getting the first 90 top. Okay. Happy with that. Ang next na challenge would be, dapat na-aim ko yung back wheel na nasa dulo ng ledge. So for example, ito yung ledge. Dapat na-aim ko yung back wheel na tumama sa ledge ng ganun. Hindi dito, sa gitna. And then 180 out. Pababa. May konting allowance pa na pababa. So pwede na nakaw yung other 90 degree. Mali. Kulang na ng leverage eh. Kulang na ng leverage. And at the same time, makapit yung gulong. So hindi masyado siya dumudulas para ma-pivot na ganun. Pahinga na naman. Let's go. I think okay yun ah. Ayos ah. Paano ko ginawa yun? Focus. Mali. I noticed na yung pull, masyadong importante yung pull. So kahit medyo super twisted na yung katawan, try pa rin nakaganon yung bars. Kasi for now, ang muscle memory hindi pa nag-sink in, naiiwan yung kamay. Kulang ng surge. Kulang. Mali. Yes. Yes. Let's do some more. Yeah. Oh yes! Twice in a row. I think the next part would be sa gutter tayo mag-practice. Merong gutter dun sa unahan. Let's go. Nasaan ang gutter? Ayun, oh. 2 inches na gutter. 2 inches. 1 inch. 1.5 inch na gutter. Pero okay na yan. Para mag-gauge lang natin kung saan tayo lumaland. May mind games pag may gutter Feeling mo na mahuhulog ka. Feeling mo hinihila ka pag ganun. pag may gutter talaga na actual. So, mind games. It's kind of difficult to stay on the edge dahil sa mind games na yan. Ayan, oh. Okay. Mas kinakabahan ako. Ano ba yan? It's just because of the damn mind games. Kulang. Oh, ayun. Ang layo ng nalandingan. Dapat try ko mag-land ang rear wheel as much as possible na nasa dulo. What the hell? Kahit kaano kalit yung gutter, may mind games talaga. Kulang ng surge. Okay. First tumble. Pero nagland ako nasa taas pa. It should have been nandun na konti pababa. Mali. Okay. I think I landed sa baba. That is so much better. That would have been okay. One thing din na discover ko is before I surge, dapat yung pedal hindi siya yung normal na nakaganto lang. Dapat medyo nasa baba konti. I don't know why. Maybe that's the setup ko. Maybe that's sa katawan. Pero yun ang notice ko. Did I get that right? Pangit ang itsura There's definitely a sweet spot sa pag-pull and pag-pivot ng bike. And yun ang hit and miss ko for now. Kung dito ba ako banda, gumanon. O nasa likod ba banda, gumanon. And the amount of kick that I put, grabe technical. It seems na this trick is staple trick for street riders. Pero it's doable sa pure. So kahit medyo mas mahirap, try natin. Para may katuwaan naman tayo sa bike. Hindi lang puro tayo gap and drop and up. Yes! Nasa taas pa ako banda pero that felt good. So na-notice ko more on 90 degrees na talaga ako sa second na 180. Pero nakaw na lang talaga yung other 90 degree para 180 siya tingnan. While I don't see myself using this trick while nagbabike, it's fun to learn. And I think may isang idea ako na it should be better and more usable. Try ko from this position up and then 180 tap pabalik. I really don't see myself na doing this 90 and tap 180 on obstacles kasi first of all hindi ko siya type. Useful siya pero hindi ko siya type. Now I'm gonna try to practice yung frontal na approach and then 180 pababa. 180 pabalik. Running, top, 180 pabalik. Pinadadala ako pa forward. 180 dapat yun pababa. First is paakyat, and then back hop. Come on. Weird yung back hop na feeling. Kasi I don't usually do that. Nagagawa ko lang yun pag kinulang and then kailangan ko mag-bail pa atras. But this time, kailangan ko sasadyain na mag-back hop. Okay. Okay. Now I have to work on the 180. Walang leverage kasi straight pa ganon. Just pure lang talaga na pag-flick ng pivot. Full body exercise. Yeah. I need to flick some more. Change angle sa kabilang side. Kasi I wanna see kung anong itsura ng pag-flick ko. Yun. I think ginaganon ko. Try ko siya hinhila pag ganun. Ang problema, pag mahaba yung stem, try ko siyang hila pag ganun. Mas maganda siguro pag hinila ko siya ng pag ganun. But then, naiiwan yung frame, yung angle ng frame ganun eh. Whereas pag nakaganto, ang angle ng frame, nakapa-left na. More on nakapa-left na siya. So, better na pag ganun. Kulang na lang is yung leverage. Pag once nag-stop yung bike, once mag-start na mag-back hop, pull agad ng ganito. Dapat yung pag-flick ng ganito is fast enough. Sobra. That's the part na dapat flick na ganun. Super cool lang. Grabe. Sanakaw na lang talaga. Dapat spontaneous. First bounce, back hop and 180 dapat. Why don't we try sa isang mas mataas konti na gutter? Tara, try natin. It could work better pag medyo mataas yung gutter. Let's go. Here we are. Okay, I have more time, landing time at saka pivoting time. Bounce patras. Ano ba yun? 90. It's weird. Ayaw eh. Aside from the fact na makapit yung gulong, kulang ng leverage para makapivot pabalik 180. Hanggang 90 lang talaga eh. For now. Ayun, sumobra konti. Sobra konti. Okay na ba yun? Change angle. That was so much better. So what I did was, hindi ako nakaganto. Medyo nakaganto konti. Yeah. Mas madaling nakaw yung ganun. Okay, masyado akong nag-lean back. Medyo dapat siguro jump up konti. So for now, ganun na lang muna. Yung frontal approach ko, I think satisfied na ako nun. It's mostly because of the dimensions ng Pure Trials bike, kaya mahirap talaga siyang i-flick pa left. And also, it's my first time practicing this one. So, ngayon, try natin yung first natin na pinapractice. Yung nasa ledge. Top, 180 out. Let's try that here. I'm thinking, sesemplang ako. I'm just hoping na hindi ganun kagrabe. So, change angle. Grabe, dalawa na mind games. Left and right na. It's so much more difficult. Instead of sa right lang, mahuhulog. Sa left din, so para kang hinihila both sides. I really think sisemplang ko ngayon. It's so horrible. Wow, that feels so springy. Pag nag-bounce sa dulo, feels fun. I'm surprised na kaya ko na mag 90-degree stop, especially on this ledge. Grabe. Pilit na pilit eh. I was really struggling there. But I can't believe it. I guess goal met today. Although hindi siya 180, pag ganun, at least nababa ko, di ba? It's so much difficult sa bike na to. Happy with that. So, ay, mga masters, tapos na aking assignment. Kayo na naman. Bye. So here are some things na ma-share ko sa inyo when it comes to practicing habits. So every time you try something, try like it's the last one. It's because mababa ating stamina. And we can only try so much. Lalo na medyo malapit na ako sa 40s ko. So mga riders natin dyan na trials riders, maraming bata pero mostly sa atin medyo nasa late 30s na pataas. So ating stamina is naturally medyo mababa na talaga. So every try should count. Each try should count. Mahirap mag-practice ng nung marami masyadong side beat. So for example, nag-practice ka nitong top 180. Tapos along the side magpa-practice ka ng hop-hop pa ganun, or nagwa-180 ka na yung endo na pinapractice mo yung ganun, rollback. Yung mga side beats na ganun, alisin nyo muna. Focus lang muna kayo sa isang trick hanggang makita nyo yung sweet spot. Kasi each try should count talaga. So alisin natin yung mga unnecessary na nakaka-cause na ma-drain ating energy. So it's not only para sa mga medyo older na riders, kundi para sa younger din, para mas efficient yung training. And you can say training or you can say just having fun, di ba? Another thing is pag nag-practice kayo, dapat medyo realistic. So kunwari may assignment na ganito na hindi mo pa na-try before, start ka sa flat or start ka sa mga low penalty na mga obstacles na ganun. So pag matumba ka, okay lang, or less likely ang chance na matumba ka na hard fail. Another thing, which is sana ito talagang pinaka first thing, first of all, helmet and shin guards. So I have had so many shin guards before to the point na wala akong mahanap na shin guard na ganito kahaba, kasi mostly shocker shin guards, kahit yung XL na size, hanggang ganito lang kaliit eh, isang dangkal lang ganun. So sinuot mo dito, nasindig ka naman dito, or sinuot mo sa dito banda, nasindig ka naman dito. So what I did was gumawa ng plastic, yung folder, yung parang clipboard na plastic. So ininit ko siya na ganun, tapos na-bend na ganun, nilagyan ko ng garter. But then nasindig ako nun at nabasag ang plastic. ABS plastic yun, so it was tough. Ngayon I made a shin guard like this, aluminum. So aluminum is so much lighter than plastic, And at the same time, madali lang siyang mabend eh. Nabibend to eh. 1.2 millimeters lang siya na shin guard. So anyway, just wear protection. Kasi pag tayo nagbike at nasugatan ka, that's gonna take time to heal and masastop yung progress mo. So if you're working on magpapayat, masastop yung progress mo for ilang days or ilang weeks dahil lang nasugat ka. Dahil lang sa isang maliit pagkakamali. So yun, para maiwasan natin mga ganun, protective gear muna talaga. And the one last thing is yung pag-separate ng trick. So I think it's better na ma-understand natin yung composition ng trick. Kasi usually yung mga mahihirap na tricks are a combination of basic tricks na siya. That's what makes it difficult kasi dapat smooth yung motion mo. So dapat spontaneous yung galaw at saka yung flow ng tricks, especially for street riders, street trials. So ngayon, just like today, chinap-chop ko yung tricks from yung mga pinaka-basic na dapat medyo comfortable ka muna before mo gagawin yung combination. So that's what I did today, and surprisingly, in ilang oras na ba? Malapit na mag 1 hour and 15 minutes. So in 1 hour and 15 minutes na intensive na pag-focus lang talaga, nakuha ko yung trick na gusto ko today. So natapos ko yung assignment. I'm just so happy with that. So knowing na although hindi ko siya gagamitin na trick sa daily ko na routine, but it's really fun to learn the tricks. And hindi naman tayo nagbabike para maging pro eh. Hindi ako nagbabike para maging pro. Nagbabike ako para sa exercise. And minsan naboboard na tayo pag pabalik na lang yung ginagawa natin. So ang tendency, humahanap tayo ng mga spot downtown, pumupunta tayo malayo para lang makakita ng ganitong klaseng drop. Punta na naman na malayo dun sa kabila para makakita ng ganitong klaseng obstacle para pang side hop. And usually, ganun lang ang trick eh. Yun lang eh. Rear wheel hop at saka gap. Mostly yan na talagang ginagawa eh. So, kaya mo siyang gawin sa flat actually. But, nasasawa tayo na later on. I don't know about you, pero sa akin, as a BMX rider, a flatland rider na nasa creativity yung focus, pagdating ko ng trials, ang trick, there's only one trick, rear wheel hop. Yun lang. Variations na lang yung gap. Ang different lang is yung obstacles. Sa flatland, flat lang, and you have to do all the tricks sa flatland. Kahit anong mga trick pwede mong gawin dyan. Pero sa trials naman is, isang trick lang, gagawin mo siya sa iba-ibang obstacles. So, they're worlds apart talaga. It's black and white talaga yung flatland BMX at saka trials. So now na medyo limited ang ating mga obstacles na nakikita sa palibot natin, especially yung malapit lang sa ating bahay, then we just have to make the most out of it. So try tayo ng mga ganito, gaya ng assignment natin today. Kaya ko nang nagawa sa flat at first. And then later on, hanap ng maliit na gutter. It doesn't really need to be yung gutter na particular na yun talaga yung papraktisan mo. Dapat lang makuha mo yung trick eh. Yun ang focus dun eh. Kuha mo yung technique. Pag nakuha ang technique, pwede mo na gagawin sa iba-ibang obstacles later on. Pero para lang ma-enjoy ka with the things that you have around you, which is I know marami talagang gutter everywhere kahit nasa kanto nyo lang o nasa labas ng bahay, or kung mayroon bang hump dyan, yung hump ng para sa sasakyan na hump, kahit may ganun, okay na yun eh. So we just have to make yung mga tricks na bagong tricks sa atin, do them on those mga obstacles na nandiyan sa palibot. So as much as possible yan. So ayan lang. So happy with what I got today. See you next time till the next assignment. Bye.